Hey y'all, welcome back to Sterling's Elemental Spirits. I'm your girl Sterling, and I'm here to give you another General Energy Collective reading. How's everybody doing? Grand rising to a king, grand rising to a queen at the top of y'all's rising. Let me go ahead and call in my ancestors, my cavalry, my ascending masters, to come forward with their chain link to protection that surrounds me every day. Ashe, ashe. Align and clear my chakras for this message with the ascending masters, the message, and anything that is not aligned, make it fall down right now immediately. For I'm here to heal, grow, know, reach, teach, and become my highest selves. Now, please give me the concise truths, things that we need to heed to, things that we need to be aware of. Thank you, Spirit, for your divine protection, your love, and your life. Let's get started, shall we? All right. What do we need to know? All right, King of Air, you're making a let me just say this. You're making an entrance, okay? All right. Wow. So, King of Air, King of Fire? What? 3 of Air. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Abundance on the bottom. Oh, wow. Okay. So abundance is here. Some sunlight is being shown on your action. Okay. You are co-creating right now. You are in the limelight where you are being seen by others who are being enlightened by you, influencer. Okay. So, Hierophant energy, spiritual practice. You're doing spiritual practice. Excuse me. Okay, you're owning your shit. Okay, let's get down a little bit further. See what else the Spirit has for us. Tell me it starts with the angels. All right. So we got the King of Air and the King of Fire. So I'm going to tell you something. With being in the King of Air, that's dealing with the mind and intellectual. This is spiritual intellect, okay? That reason over instinct, okay? This is the King of Air. And then you have the King of Fire out here, and a spiritual influencer. Okay. All right. So together, 3 of Air, someone or a couple is seeing the silver lining. Okay, let me see what else Spirit has for us, okay? All right, ancestors. Do that one more time. Okay. All right, give me something for the King of Air, please and thank you. What do you need to know about this King of Air? Okay, Shaman. Okay. So right now, King of Air, you are trusting in the higher forces. Right now, someone is trusting in the higher forces. Give me one more. Regarding where you're going is what I heard. Warrior. Okay. Give me something for the King of Fire, please. Says right there, be fearless and stand strong. So if someone is standing strong right now regarding the information that they're getting, spiritual intellect, to have these reason over instinct situations, all right, in order for them to be successful here, to abide by the spiritual laws and the rules there within that is being given, trust in the higher forces regarding these rules and these laws, okay? And they will teach you to walk and move in a graceful manner where you will be fearless and stand strong within your energy. Okay. King of Fire. Medicine Guardian. Oh my God. Be open to healing information. So some information is coming in right now for a spiritual influencer. Okay. So therefore there is, ooh. Wow. I don't know if this is one energy or if this is 2. It's somebody's mind and it's somebody's action. And then it's somebody finding the silver lining. I don't know why I feel like there's more than one energy in this reading. Okay. And the Spirit will reveal it to me in due time. Okay, it says, give me one more for this King of Fire, this spiritual influencer, upright, okay? Someone is definitely co-creating right now. Okay, High Priestess. Okay, so either High Priestess, White Witch. Okay. So we have a spiritual influencer out here. That could be you collective, you and your High Priestess energy, where you're harnessing all your mysterious, mystic power. Okay, you're getting aligned with your abilities, and your abilities are enhanced. Okay, right now, be open to some healing information that is being given to this spiritual influencer. Okay, you might need to be fearless and stand strong as this spiritual intellectual energy comes towards you to stand in your authority as you learn these rules and these laws. Okay, spiritual rules and spiritual laws in order for you to be successful. Okay, all right. So this is one energy. Okay. 3 of air, please. Silver lining, High Priestess energy. You could be finding the silver lining in these departures more and more. You could be in your king energy. You could be in your masculine energy, though you could be a feminine energy. Okay? Take this how it resonates for. They say that tarot does not hold a feminine or does not hold a gender. 3 of air. She-wolf. Okay, so right now, someone is about to unleash some more wild within right now, honey, regarding these silver linings and these rejections. Okay? Seems to me, and this is where I felt this other energy there. Okay? I felt that. Give me something else with unleash the wild within with this silver lining. So you might have to stand up and you might have to bark a little bit is what Spirit is saying. You might have to unleash the wild within, which is, honey, which is spiritually tamed, okay? Spiritually tamed for you to move forward, to ignite, okay? Ignite, and for you to put into action. Winter, take care of your needs, okay? I'm sorry if you didn't see that. Taking care of your needs as you exchange energy to create abundance. So you're being gifted some energy right now, okay? And Spirit says, while you are getting ready for this trade, or maybe you've already going through this trade, maybe you're getting graced with this energy, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm going to tell you how it works for my son. For my son, it works where I get cold too. I get cold and then I get hot, okay? First it's got to settle in, and then, you know what I'm saying, and then it just moves on out. Okay, and because I have all of a sudden my temperature changed, I was like, wow, I must have been graced with some energy. Okay, so take care of your needs while your body is exchanging this energy in order for you to create this abundance, because you had to unleash the wild within in order to stand up regarding these natural departures that you had to do in other people's lives that rejected you at one point in time, but not knowing that it was for your protection. So now, honey, now that you're finding the silver lining, High Priestess energy, now you're closing these doors and taking care of the needs that you need to, because you spiritually want a warfare here to where you are graced with some energy. Okay? You were graced with some energy, even the energy that was not so gracefully given, but it was given nonetheless. You transmuted that energy into power, love, and light, okay, by exchanging that energy to create more abundance for you on this timeline. Okay, I like this. I like this. Okay, let me put this over here. All right, so there's some teamwork that's going on right about now, okay? For the King of Air, the Shaman, and the Warrior. So you're a Shaman Warrior to bring fearless and stand strong in your energy. Okay, desire. Okay, something's talking about a desire here. All right, let's see what Spirit is talking about regarding this. It could be just regarding your desires on your path to desire. Okay, High Priestess energy I'm getting. All right, High Priestess journey. The High Priestess journey, desire, and then it says right here, heart's true desire, gratitude, address inner blocks. Give me one more. So Spirit is saying there's some inner blocks that may be keeping you. You need inner blocks that you need to address. Give me something else for this high priestess desire. Okay, who is the shaman, spiritual shaman, who was being fearless in her energies and standing up strong and ready to unleash that wild within. Okay. Perspective, okay? Something that you need to, it says right here, address an inner block regarding your perspective. There's something that needs to change, okay? Maybe you need to view something from a higher perspective here, okay? Either way, this higher perspective, it says evaluate some of your beliefs here. Okay, it could be regarding a situation, or you might need to re-look at a situation yet again and take a bird's eye view, okay, and observe your reactions. This is what the perspective is. Observe your reactions between how you react with situations in the present date today. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying. Give me something for warrior. Fearless and stand strong. Boundaries. So Spirit is saying be fearless and stand strong when it comes to your boundaries, okay? Because there's a lot of illusions being thrown towards your boundaries here, okay? For whatever reason, some people want to reclaim their space back in your life here. So with that being said, this is why some boundaries, let's get that back. This is why some boundaries has got to be made here, okay? Because you are holding a space people are trying to reclaim. You're filling out with the old and with the new. And your inner and your outer, honey, need to be energetically balanced and boundaried up. Okay, give me something for the medicine guardian. Be strong at healing information. Okay. There's some information. I feel as Spirit is talking regarding, give me one more about who you're watching. Who you're watching to go and get information. Okay, all information is not going to resonate with you. Okay, but there is some information. It says be open to healing information regarding the collective, because all is connected. Collective growth and supported. Befriend mind, inner freedom, expand consciousness. So I feel as if Spirit is saying everybody is going through different healing methods, okay? And we're all in a transitioning of healing for everyone to see things from a higher perspective and not in an energy of she's coming for me, he's coming for me. When you feel triggered, you need to address the triggering within inside yourself, asking why are you triggered at that person. These are things that you need to do throughout your whole life. And I say throughout your whole life on every scale, okay? Somebody here, I heard grandmother say, somebody here doesn't like the way you address certain situations or where they are or were in that situation when you were speaking on it. Okay? All right. Coming from their ears, it could have been coming from a place of non-caring energy, sarcastic energy, a little bit of familiar energy. Familiar, okay. But not having a clearer eye view or a better understanding of why and what you're speaking on. Some things needs to be spoken in a higher perspective rather than what we have been through. Everybody's not been through the same situations. That is true. That is true. My grandmother said these situations need to be taken lightly and with care. Some people do not know how to handle confrontation or situations regarding pinning on Front Street. Okay. Especially with strangers. Okay. All right. Give me something for High Priestess. High Priestess. Let's talk about that mystic power. There's something about your power, High Priestess, okay? This says death and rebirth, okay? High Priestess, you're going through a major death and a major rebirth, okay? Give me something else for the High Priestess and her mystic power. Light being shown, okay? Light being shown regarding your motivation, and don't dim. Whatever is motivating you, do not dim this motivation. Give me one more on the sun shine. So the sun is shining on you right now, High Priestess, and they are supporting you and giving you this energetic support, okay? You have got a community, you got a spiritual community out here, collective. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. High Priestess energy, honey. This is where I'm at. High Priestess energy. You have got a whole spiritual team. Death and rebirth, sunshine, sunlight on community. Connection with others. So not only are you connecting with others, I see a big spiritual community that has your back, High Priestess energy. Okay, you got some spiritual hard hitters. She-wolf, wild within. Give me something. Earth grounding. So this energy, you know what I saw, y'all? It says earth grounding. And I see somebody getting gifted some new energy and not knowing what to do with that energy, okay? And it's not in a bad way. Somebody could be a little bit over silly, over excited. It was a good little split mini second little video that I just saw just a second ago on my third eye. As somebody being gifted some new energy, and they didn't know what to do with them. I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Some people didn't know how to take them. Sorry, honey. Be a spirit. We be having a good old time, honey. So let's talk a little bit more about this leashing the wild within, something that you need to ground. You need to ground yourself in this new energy that has been gifted to you, High Priestess energy, okay? Because, honey, inner darkness, honey, hold safe space is always some look. And I didn't even do the counting. I usually do the counting, but I did not do the counting right now. So let's see right here. Wow. I did pretty ill on these two. I did it was 3. Wow. That's a 6. That's a 9. That's a 6. 6, 9, 6. And that's a 6. And that's a cut. Okay. That's grounding. That's action. That's intuition. Okay. I feel like everybody is like helping one another. Okay. Root chakra. The desire from your root chakra, the perspective of your intuition, the earthly boundaries that you need to hold, okay? And then the intuition that you share with others through the collective, okay? And then have that expand to newer and greater heights because of the connections online, with other energies, the collective, okay, that has you to have a death in the mindset about what was, what needs to be, what used to be. It is what is now. Here, back to the root chakra right here. This is root chakra. Yes, honey. So something was placed, the death and the rebirth was placed right back at your root, right back at where your desire started. Okay. And then light was being shown on the external about how it was grounded within inside your new community. Okay. And now you need to ground yourself in this new community that you have now been attracted to. Like-minded energies that are assigned to help each other ascend and exchange energy. Inner darkness. Now here comes this inner goddamn darkness. And yes, it is purple. And this purple is royalty. So I feel like this inner darkness, give me something with this right here. Give me something with this inner, because Hierophant's inner darkness. I feel like, honey, there's something about you that's so unique. You're growing from this inner darkness right now. This innerness is a 5-5, which is definitely a change. And it went from the inner darkness that you once held in your crown. Okay? And I do see it's right there at between the throat and the soul. Right here. So something connected. All that, look, and there's a line all the way down. If y'all can see, all the way down. Okay? It's in perfect alignment. Okay? Something was set in place enough to have that place that you held space for, that inner darkness, now is being, honey, it's being healed. Layer by layer by layer of this inner darkness that you held a space for so long. And you knowing the patterns, like, I am going through this shit again. Did I not learn a motherfucking thing? Okay. Things are changing. Even how you think about it. Think about things when you get into conversations with people. Okay, minuscule scenarios that you find yourself thinking about once you're in the vehicle and you done drove off. Okay, these are the inner darkness of where it was a continuous known pattern that you had to learn a lesson about your own mind state. To have yourself thinking and looking differently than you did. Okay, something needed to die in order to something else to be reborn. Something else had to be removed in order for something better to be in its place. With that being done and said, growth is here. Number 5. 5, 10. Look, a beginning of growth. An ending of inner darkness and a beginning of growth. Okay? Good God Almighty, I love this reading. Spirit. So let's talk about winter, okay? And before we move on to winter, with all that I just said, with the confirmation over my phone, with all that I just said on number 5 being the growth of all that you've been through until now, how it then trickled from every one of your chakras where things had to be shifted and removed and replaced and built up. You see what I'm saying? It all happened during your moments of stillness, when it was definitely a necessity. You know what I'm trying to say. A necessity. Okay? So, it was needed, but these are the things that people continuously run from. They run from these necessary healing. It's just a necessary energy that needs to be accepted, because there's nothing to be afraid of. Okay. Talk about women. Take care of your needs. And like I tell my man all the time, we take care of our spiritual needs. Everything else will fall right into place. Our spiritual needs need to be fulfilled and met before those earthly. I do believe that's why they call it the backwards. I call North Carolina the backwards state. The backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man. Okay, we can say this in a million different ways, but basically what I'm saying is, okay, them shortcuts is starting backwards, trying to not work for, but we're not going to go there. All right, you know what I'm saying? But we're definitely take care of your needs, and your first priority is yourself. Your first priority is your spiritual needs. Okay, and I learned that, honey, the long way. But come to find out, doing all the wrong things led me in the right direction, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Sooner or later, you're going to get tired of going in that wrong direction. And it's never really truly going to count until you know. It's like, you know, when you're doing it for you, that's when things start changing for you. When I knew I was doing it for myself, yes, I did it. I was doing it for my children, but the number one was that I wanted something for me. I always wanted something for other people, went out the other way for other people, and I always wanted the very littlest things for myself. I never placed myself where I placed others, and that changed. And when it changed, everything else followed. Now, it took me some work. It took me some challenges, some crying, going to being upset, mad, angry at myself, mad that I allowed, mad that it was my fault. Yes, taking accountability. All of that is necessary. It's necessary. Take care of your needs. And you don't have to do it in the presence of everybody around for everybody to sit there and throw a stone at something that they'd have a hard time doing too. So I'll just be like, you know what I'm saying? It's better that I do things alone. It's better that I do things with just God and I. Because God is the only one who truly knows what I've been through. And I'm done placing my careless acts, my trials, my tribulations, my challenges, my sorrow, I refuse. Woo, honey. Give yourself a take care of your needs, honey. Honor yourself. It says moon phases, and it says honor. And I heard yourself. Even through the darkest of your days, you felt like you weren't going to see sunlight again. You didn't never see the sunlight. Where is this sunlight at the end of the tunnel? Where is it at, God? Where is it at? I'm tired of being tired. I'm shaking and I'm nimble. Okay. Moon on your face. Okay, respect where you are. That's what it says. Respect where you are. Take care of yourself. Take care of your needs. Sync with the cycles. What is messing everyone up is that they don't know the true cycles. And I ain't gonna say everybody because it does not go for everybody, because there's a lot of people who are awakened to the cycles. Okay. I was talking to my grandma. She's talking about the calendar of the year, the months, the moon, the phases of the moon, the month that's missing in the calendar year, the cycles of your body. Yeah. If you don't take care of those cycles shall repeat. This is what they mean by taking care of your need, your spiritual need. And it will fulfill your physical need. Your physical need will always get met when you start at the right place. And that's what my grandma said. And that's always the need of yourself, your spiritual self. Filling your cup before you fill into another's cup. When you fill up your cup, honey, there's nothing like pouring in someone else's cup because you got enough. My grandma was a brilliant woman. She helped me see. She helped me see in a different. I was a little girl, and she would multiply. She would multiply food and feed a community. Never too much, never too much, never too much. Nobody else that ever loved me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my rabbit to see. Okay, I just heard that. Oh, my love. Okay, that's my grandma right there. 1,000 kisses from you is never enough. Yes, okay. And I just don't wanna stop. Ain't nothing like it, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Let's go ahead and get this down, and I will leave y'all alone. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for showing up for me this morning like you do every rising, every night that I lay my head down, and every day in between, honey. Thank you for your love and light, your guidance, your undivided attention on me and throughout my life. I thank thee. I praise thee. Honey, I feel them in my soul and my spirit this morning, y'all. And I'm not ashamed to say thank you. I'm not ashamed. Look what fell out. I'm not ashamed to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? You're never too old to... My grandma not gonna thank God. My grandma said, you're never too old to praise the Lord, and you're never too old to get a whooping neither. Give me some. Give me some, King of Air. Give me one. Acceptance, excuse me. Acceptance, okay? So it seems to me someone is releasing some type of judgment here on the bottom. They're accepting something, okay? They could have been disappointed about an outcome with a person or a situation, but someone is finally accepting that maybe that it was better, they were better off. Okay, now either way, honey, remember it says if one door closes, you are being redirected to one that will open soon to your true soul path. So someone has now walked through a door, and through this door came acceptance, and with this acceptance came release of judgment. Why? Because somebody needed wise counsel. Somebody is listening. Someone is paying attention. Let's talk about this reward and recognition. Somebody's recognizing. Okay, someone is recognizing that, honey, that they have been isolating themselves and they need to get back out there. They need to get back out there into the world, okay? All right, because there's some spiritual intellectual authority that's been given to an individual to have helped them close cycles, close doors, while others are being opened in a way of where it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Walk through those doors to come to find to realize that, honey, they have really been isolating themselves. And you need to get back out there into the world because God got you. You passed the test and he is going to align you to what fits for you. I know that's right. Talk about this spiritual leader right here. Spiritual influencer, excuse me, okay, who is inspired leader. Well, it says listen. So God is asking you to listen right now, spiritual influencer. Okay, you need to listen because there's some information, there's some downloads that's coming for you, baby. Okay, there's an inner voice, your inner voice that is going to be speaking out. Your soul's going to be speaking to you about some information. Okay, and this is the type of information that's going to help you ground yourself. Okay, because maybe someone has been spending so much time in their head thinking about all the crannies and the nicks and trying to cross T's and trying to be perfect within your energy. Spirit is telling somebody needs to relax. Okay, and breathe. You see what I'm saying? Everything is fine. Okay, you need to take a couple of hours off, a day off. Give yourself some time to breathe here. Give me something for listen. Reflection. Okay, listen. Okay, because right now it's asking you to act. But act and reflect on your recent choices. What lessons did they teach you? Because your reflection is the mirror of your soul's growth. So you are definitely could be reflecting the growth of your soul. Okay, so it could be used to help you deepen your understanding with spirit and an understanding about your own intuition, okay, and how your intuition works, okay. Wow, you need to trust in yourself at this time because you are in your authoritative energy. So this is all about you, spiritual influencer. This is all about you and your authentic energy and how you need to continue to trust in yourself because what you are reflecting is the reflection of your soul. And you need to listen at this time because you're about to let it go. You're about to let something else go. And it's got something to deal with your mind and your doubt. Okay. And this doubt is this inner and outer blocks regarding your perspective, regarding how you react. Yep. Give me something for silver lining. This came out and flew out in reverse. Professional assistance. Someone's trying to block your assistance here. See? Oh, wow. Wow. Professional assistance. Courageous heart. Give me something for this, spirit. Why is this? I don't even like taking reversals because, honey, someone's trying to successfully sever or block the connection or the download that you have with assistance from your ancestors who is helping you to depart from energies and help you find the silver lining within these departures. Okay, but courageous heart is in reverse and so is professional assistance. Give me something for this. Now, you know, this is somebody who is not free. Difficult road. That's on the difficult road upright. Who is deceiving you. Who is, oh, wow. Who decided to jump in. So somebody done signed up. This is somebody who signed up to go up against you. I don't know how many. How many is the jump in? How many is the jump in? Is it jump in more than one person? More than one energy? I do believe so. Sword, no. Yep, it's more than one energy. Okay. They're being asked to take the high road, but they're not heeding to the warning and the signs. These are energies that are being asked to take a chance and jump in and give whatever they got, okay, or whatever they're questioning, a try to shoot their shot with you, okay, to attack your ascension, okay, because they are not ascending and soaring like they would like to be because of the lack of energy, lack of reflection, the lack of adapting, just the lack of I don't want to, okay, who is codependent on other energies, okay, that have took the high road. These are ones that are now come out of karmic energy, come out of being in the dark night of the soul. Take it how it resonates, okay. Either way, they're studying you, okay, and they're hoping and working behind the scenes for miracles, okay. Wow. Woo, that was a lot. What else I need to know, Spirit? So, if they're not trying to attack your crown, then they're always trying to attack your connection. Okay? Yeah, that's what I feel like every time. It's you know what I'm saying? But okay, give me a couple, and then I'm going to leave it alone. What you got for me, Spirit? King, what you got with the Magician? What's this manifestation? Manifestation? Okay. Someone manifested new love. Okay. Oh, so there's a Three of Pentacles trying to manifest a new love. Okay. It's not going to happen. Give me something after the Three of Pentacles, please. Okay. Then to have good luck. Wheel of Fortune. Give me something with this. Justice. There's somebody out here that wants justice. Okay. Somebody wants justice. Somebody's sitting there looking on the outside, looking at someone else's pure positivity, something that has changed, that has shifted inside of an energy, and this person on the outside has recognized this shift in a person, okay? Recognizing the shift in this person has made them feel as if that it isn't fair, okay? It isn't fair. Therefore, whatever that this magician is going through could be karma, okay, right now. Okay, and this was on the fence, but it's Five of Cups. Five of Cups in reverse, okay? They're going to have to move on from this relationship. That's going to be the end result, okay? Because of the fact that there's an energy out here that has forgave themselves, okay? And forgave them regarding the relationship or the title that they once held in this relationship or situationship, okay? Someone else is emotionally awakened about this person who is now having to be forced to move on, okay? And they do not forgive themselves, okay? Because they do not, if they don't forgive themselves, they cannot possibly forgive you. Okay, so now we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now whatever that these three energies have been doing, or Three of Pentacles has been doing, now the progression, there's a lack of progression. So half-assed efforts, half-assed energy gets half-assed efforts here, okay? They're underachiever, okay? Heartache. And it flipped right over here on teamwork right here. So therefore, the teamwork, all of them is going to have a horrible, horrible ending. And where there's going to be a multitude of heartaches regarding how they want this, their life cycle to be full of good luck and unexpected events of where they have these turning points and changes in a great way and fulfillments in places to where they can abundantly live abundantly. Oh, wow. On the bottom, independent. Queen of Swords. Yep. They're trying to put a heart back to the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, you're breaking through the energy of, okay, that The energy that you done broke through and transitioned from, okay, and you transitioned from anxiety to now pure positivity, okay, because now you got this confident energy to where now you're in a divine love relationship, you're in a deep soul connection where your confidence is definitely been raised, and you have this passionate determination because you're involved with the King of Cups here, who is a devoted, emotionally mature, and balanced energy now, okay? But there's still some attacks that is going on. Seven of Swords, okay? There's an energy trying to betray the King of Cups over here. By how they're trying to betray, they're trying to get away with something by emotionally thieving or stealing energy, some type of lying scam of betrayal towards a family dynamic who has been working on long-term investing in each other and in their I could say union goals, okay? All right, to where they can celebrate and celebrate, but somebody here that is too oh yeah, Five of Swords, yeah. Ten of Swords, Five of Swords, honey. That's what I'm saying. That's Tower energy. Too many burdens. Somebody's going to be had to have a sudden change. Somebody who is conflicted with too many burdens, they're trying to change that. They're trying to change this tower. They're trying to flee from a tower because they're fearful of change at this time. And I'm going to leave it right there with that. Collective, give me a happy thumbs up and hit the bell notification. Select all. Love you for stopping by. Love you, love you, love you. And until next time, I'm out. Bye.